Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, and welcome to another live stream with me, Heroforge Games T, and I'm joined by 5 wonderful friends of mine. Yes, it's been a couple of weeks because I got ill, and I don't know what it was that got me ill. So it's been a while, and I have actually been quite looking forward to this because I missed it. I've missed this. And it's been a while, and I do. I genuinely Thursdays is one of the very few days of the week that I really always look forward to. So yeah, been looking forward to this, and I was sad I wasn't able to stream last week. But be that as it may, we're back today. As usual, at start of streams, I have to do some announcements. One of those is I am off center, so let's just sort that out a bit. But the second of those announcements is I'm affiliate with Fancygrounds. So if you can, if you'd like to directly support the channel, you can want to do so by in one of several ways. One of those is by clicking the link that is going to appear in the chat in a moment, and it's also going to appear in the YouTube channel, YouTube recording, that's what I want to say, in the description when this goes live on YouTube next week on Tuesday. Let me just type the affiliate into affiliates. There we go. So you can directly support the channel there. 22 months. Jeez, seriously, Neil? You're nuts. You're nuts. Why are you still here 22 months?
Celebrate with a quote.
But thank you very much. Yes, so you can do that. The other thing that we have to thank, the company that we have to thank is Heroforge, because you can see miniatures dotted around the screen, which these guys have all made. I have had no hand in this. This is all their gorgeous artwork. So thank you, Heroforge, for allowing us to be able to show these things off on screen. Occasionally, you will see things pop up underneath me as well when I make the various miniatures for the various NPCs that I like to have seen on this show. Also, you can directly support the channel by using your channel points. I have actually thought about doing a donations thing. I am still very, very reticent to do that. So yeah, I don't want to do that, basically. So that's not going to happen. But if you have channel points, you can use the channel points to help out in various different ways by doing insights, fudgage, reroll, and various other things to inspiration. That's the other one, to my players, because I'm the GM. So why should the GM get any help? He's in charge of everything. So. But yeah,
I think, can I cut in here? Because you've been doing this for a couple of weeks now, and it's like a reverse psychology situation, I believe, where you used to say you wanted people to help you, and now you've given up on that, and you're trying to play pathetic, so that people might sympathize.
I have not.
And I urge chat to not fall for this sort of ruse.
I have not tried to reverse psychology this at all. I have just simply accepted that I am the GM, and the GM never gets any help. That's it. Yeah, cry me a river. But yes, you can help out in the game and influence the game in various different ways by using your channel points in
River's
that. Channel
crying.
points in that. No, River is going mental with this. So we're gonna let River carry on. We're gonna let River carry on doing their thing. Also, music. Music is the thing that you can hopefully hear going on in the background. That is provided to us by SiriusTech.com, Tabletop Audio.com, Ian Festia Studios, and Alexander Nakarada of Super Studios, and Travis Savoy from RPG Music Maker. Thank you to all those people who make and provide music that we here on the channel, as well as also other streamers in the as well, are able to use to have some sort of ambience for the games that they stream. We'll let River carry on being nutty. Is there anything else I need to talk about? Music. I have gone through my list in a different way. So, music.
Backwards.
YouTube! That's the thing! I knew there was one more thing. YouTube, yes, I have a YouTube channel, youtube.com/adgames_and_t. If you're watching this on YouTube, hi! Welcome in. Stick around, do the likes and shares and things. I don't normally say that, but there's usually something that appears on screen that says to do that. But hi, welcome in. You can catch up on all the travails that these guys have put me through, or rather that I have tried to put them through, and they have very much 100% butted out of whatever I tried. And you can see them throwing all sorts of plans that I have had out the window. Because that's what players do. Players throw the plans of GMs out the window. That's fun.
That's what we're here for.
It's exactly
Otherwise
what
you
you're
could
here
just
for.
play by yourself.
Exactly. And I don't want to do that. I do not want to play with play. No.
Oh, don't get the quotes.
No.
Freudian slip?
No.
Yeah, we have a good start.
No, we are not going down that road. So, with that, let's jump into some character introductions. Of course, you can see that we are missing a player. That is Jeff. Jeff has a very strange work schedule because he's a train driver, and that often means he has to work during the night. And I think tonight is one of those nights where he has a night shift, meaning he's unable to join us tonight. So, but we do wish him well and hope that. Oh, really?
Yep.
Really, Lydia?
You know I can't not.
Yeah, I know.
It's like my whole job.
I know. But we do wish Jeff very well. I hope he has a wonderful day at work, and stay safe, man. We miss you, but stay safe. With that, though, we're going to go dive into some other character introductions, and we're going to start with a person who is causing me trouble already. That's Lydia. Yes, little sick you. I am also ill as well, still, somehow. But could you tell us a little bit more about your day for us, Lydia?
I can. Give me one moment, actually.
Genuinely though, Lydia is actually quite ill, so we...
I'm fine.
You right?
I'm fine.
It's not like I've been teaching class all day, and this is all that's left of my voice. Soon I'll speak real low. So, Janai, tiefling fighter, cleric, visionary. No, not so much actually. Talks with her fists and a lot with her mouth as well. Drinks more beer than she spills. Makes friends, enemies too. I think
Very
that's succinct.
That's pretty succinct, yeah.
Yeah, champion of family trouble, but then again, there are plenty here that have that.
I was going to mention that, but yeah, we'll get into that as well.
I know you like mentioning that.
Yes. We're gonna go around. We're gonna go in a what do you call it?
Clockwise.
Or
Counterclockwise.
counterclockwise. Crisscross applesauce.
Circuitous.
Sorry, I suddenly
Alphabetical.
I got several messages all at once, and I'm not going to deal with that right now. Circuitous. We're going to go circuitous in a anti-clockwise direction with the one who's been getting themselves dizzy and now looks like a statue with something on top of their head. River, who runs the character Valyria. Can you tell us a little bit more about Valyria for us?
If you guys want to curious about the book, here you go. It's a player handbook, I think, like D&D 1 edition.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, so, anyway, yes, I played as Valyria, a fighter, wizard, kind of, elf hailing from, the fucked up place of Buna Brawl. Recently found clues where her family was, and one major clue led up to Kenku encampment, and going to try and find her daughter in there.
Yep, that's what she's up to. And we'll see how that goes today. As I said, anti-clockwise direction. So, above Valyria, we have Ruben, who runs the indomitable character of Atlas. Could you tell us a little bit about him for us?
Yes, I'm playing the entertainer strongman, the barbarian Atlas. And he and this donkey have been traveling the roads till he joined up with these people, and now, well, we're at a village where everybody sees his donkey as food. So we'll see.
We'll see how that goes. Yeah. Beside him, we have Sean, who runs Farrell. Who is Farrell?
Farrell, he's got a very hairy face.
He has both.
Actually, that's true. But yeah, he is a nice, lovely, cuddly furball. He's a cleric druid, and he set off on this journey with his friend Sykes to help Sykes do his thing. I'll have him explain that. And he also has his own little mission to make sure the world stays balanced. And yeah, he's been having a great time learning new things.
He has. I love Farrell. He's great. Last but not least, we have Neil from Immersion Diversion, who runs Sykes. Who are they for us, please?
Were you about to say Captain Sykes? Because I love that.
No.
Captain Sykes.
Captain
No.
Sykes. Hell yeah.
No, I was not about to say that. I don't know what I was about to say, to be honest, but it wasn't that.
You need to give him a captain's hat now. You know?
Yes, I need a captain's hat.
No, please God, no.
Change my hat
The
to a
fan art
captain
is
hat
coming.
color.
I have 5
But
different
who's-
versions of Farrell's name. So.
Sykes is his name is Sykes Brillo. He is an owner of a farm, ex-hunter, slowly getting back into being a hunter because he's trying to save his family from some drow with the help of his newfound friends, with some extra ghost stuff happening in the background. He's starting to learn more about, and maybe control. I'm not sure.
We'll have to see about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's our characters for today. So, let us dive into the session.
River,
Today,
what
where
are
are
you doing?
River's being River today? I'm just
I messed up
carrying
my
on.
hair.
Oh no! You adorable nut job.
But let's dive into the session today, where our 6 heroes from the Scarlet Guard have been spending a little bit of time in Dal Chadal, where Illyria's home was, after they had defeated a mind flayer, seemingly on the hunt for Illyria. They waited here for a little while until discovered that there was a storm that was approaching and a skyship that was also approaching at the same time. Weird coincidence that happening, and it soon turned out that the skyship was under attack by some sand sleds, we're going to call them, in the storm itself, and was attacking this skyship. This skyship dropped off a prisoner, presumably by the very tattered remnants of the Tabaxi's clothing, and made haste to get away as quickly as possible. These sleds gathered around this prisoner, freed them, and sent them on their way, and started to go on their own way until our heroes decided to go, "Wait! No! We want to talk to you!" and attracted their attention. A very tense conversation was then had between Illyria and the Kenku of these sleds, in which it was resolved that they would take them to their home, or at least the home of these people, in about half a day. That happened. Our heroes did a bit of a tour, did a bit of discovery, collapsed a bell tower. Discovered the husband of Illyria, who unfortunately was 80 years now dead. Okay, thanks. Was unfortunately 80 years dead, but were still able to make their peace with it. After that, they met up with the group and several other sleds that had come back to help these characters traverse the desert. They boarded these sleds and were whisked away across the desert to some unknown place where they had no clue where they were going. But eventually they found themselves, after crossing many high dunes, descending into low valleys between these huge dunes, skating across them. They came across this oasis. We're now at sort of midnight now. This oasis that was surrounded by many different huts that were on these struts that seemed to sort of sit on top of the sand. This oasis surrounded by palm trees and grasses and tall cactuses and things like that, as our heroes were flung from the sleds due to the fact that these Kenku who were driving them thought it would be fun to drive as fast as possible towards this settlement and then throw their visitors off the sleds into the sand. Only person who was able to keep their footing was Farrell, of course, because Farrell's also
It
like
was
that.
quite fun, though.
It was fun,
very
yeah.
fun.
Yeah. And as this happened, you were all picked roughly up by the people around here, hands grasping your clothing and just dusting you down. And there was lots of laughter and cheering and jokes made in your expense. At which point, drinks were shoved into all of your hands. You both find yourselves being given a small cup and a large cup, and you are shepherded through the crowd and into this village type area, quite somewhat out of your control, I will say. And that's where we're going to dive into the session. You find yourselves being pulled through the crowd, being jostled and jarred and pushed, almost shepherded through this crowd as you walk, as you are pulled into this village. There is lots of laughter and talking and merriment going on around you. You can see that many of the there we go, that's what I wanted. You can see that many of the crowd here, you can see that there are many old bird-like people, all unfortunately flightless, but among the black plumage of the Kenku, the crow, the raven-like people here, you can also see many others, some of which are smaller and sports beautiful blues and greens and yellows that are characteristic of some small species, as well as also some very much larger, grander looking birds that sport more of the browns and greys and whites of a little bit more of the predatory type here. Why is my music not playing? Oh, because they're getting started, that's why. So yes, and you can hear the music has begun to play and merriment is beginning to happen as you are pulled through this. The drinks in your hand, one of them, when you just give it a small sip from that larger glass, is very clearly just plain water. There's nothing special added to it. It's just very, very simple, plain water. The other is clearly alcohol. It burns as you sip it. It's that rough, basically almost first distillation alcohol, and it burns as it goes down your throat. All this stuff is rough, and you get the sense immediately that the alcohol, the water, is there to offset the burn of the alcohol. As you end up sort of taking gulps from the glass. You also are plied with various meats and to sort of this dried, almost jerky-like meat that is just sort of shoved into your hands. You can tell that the crowd here is trying to restrain themselves a bit by not basically shoving the meat straight into your mouths, but it does get sort of shoved into your hands with the indication that you are meant to eat this stuff. But you'll also end up given this very sweet green vegetable or fruit-like food, which when paired with this jerky, this sort of very sour, bitter jerky-like texture, really actually complements very, very well. And you are pulled through, the crowd's going, conversation going around you, jokes, laughter, and music that's going around you, until eventually you find yourselves at the edge of it's a little bit loud in my ears, so just turn it a bit. You find yourselves at the edge of a fireplace. It's sort of very open area. There is a very merrily crackling fire in the middle, and around the fire you can see various different stools and places to sit, some of which just look like stumps, just simple stumps of wood. Others, the very simple variety of that three-leg stool. Others look like really beautifully carved chairs and rocking chairs and things like that. Yeah, it's quite the sight. But at that moment, where are you? Shush. The crowd suddenly goes quiet as your eyes look directly across the fire here, and you see seated in a carved chair, the other side of this fire, opposite you, I'm trying to find my notes here. a slumped, hunched figure just looking directly at the six of you. Their very large form is swathed in this light purple cloth that seems to almost envelop the creature. But you see that emerging from one sleeve, their long taloned hand seems to be gnarled hand grasping this wooden, very, very gnarled, old, weathered-looking stick, and their hood is pulled up, for almost covering their face completely. But you see them looking out beneath their hoods with these two glinting eyes and this cruel pointed beak, looking out toward you all. And as the crowd is silent, this creature seems to be seeing each of you. The head is moving from side to side and looks at each one of you. There is a very, very long silence. Even the crowd is quiet. And there's that moment where you start to feel a little bit as though you're meant to be saying something or do something, before you hear a voice emerge from this creature. Welcome to our home, wanderers and travellers from afar. I see that one of you has been touched by the Lady of Winds, and another knows not what they wield. In this place, some of you may find answers, some of you may find closure, and so you may find their troubles and rest from them a while. Feel welcome. Feel free to leave this place. Know this. Should you speak of this place to anyone outside our culture, the Lady of Winds will exact her revenge upon you. Now, let the tribe of Caliph welcome you! And there is a great cheer that rises from the crowd as he says this, and music and laughter and dancing erupts around you. This is going to turn into a full-fledged party, basically. What do you guys want to do as you become almost overwhelmed from the sound of music and laughter and drums and instruments that just emerge from the crowd? Yeah, you can see instruments. You can see many of which are drums and almost like a very, very sharp sounding, very small type of drum. As well as also you see this. It looks like a massive bowl. It looks like a massive bowl at one end, except it's closed off and it's covered in animal hide, with this very, very long stick that emerges out the top of it, and strings that just descend downwards from this stick over this bowl-like device, and this very beautiful, almost harp-like guitar-like sound begins to emerge as they start playing, and you see dancers. Some of the Kenku, they start to remove clothing, and they start to move and gyrate in various different, very almost provocative type ways. The very old, hunched, very large creature that was looking at the six of you remains where they are seated, but has somewhat relaxed a bit, but is still watching the six of you, seeing what you were doing.
Well, the five of them.
Six of you. Tefari's here as well.
No,
I guess I'll go first.
I counted Tefari.
Oh, yeah, because Neil's apparently still, or Sykes
Yes.
is apparently still choosing to be invisible.
Yes, sorry, Sykes, I forgot. You are still.
I thought
You are still
forgot.
invisible, I
I'm like,
I presume.
Yeah.
All right. So you basically, Sykes, you've kind of just followed everybody in.
Mm-hmm.
If you are choosing to remain invisible, you are basically following everybody in as this crowd sort of picks everybody who they could see up from the sand and dust and drags them into the oasis here.
Yeah.
Why would you want to still be invisible when there's a party?
But
I was lost in the storm.
It's a party.
it is turning out
He's
to
gonna
be a
be a
full-fledged
wallflower.
party.
Yeah,
Um,
Farrell definitely just gets up and starts dancing with everybody and drinking and just having a great time.
Of course.
Atlas
And you
will
are
keep,
yeah?
Sorry, yeah. Atlas
No, no,
will keep
carry on.
Hercules close and will try to entertain our entertainers by holding a bit of a show.
Absolutely, and you do. You can see that your prowess quickly spreads around the crowd as the Kenku who you travelled with spread the stories of your tales, literally just carrying Hercules on your back the entire way on the sand sled, and you get challenged to feats of strength. One of which is to pick up one of the sled buildings, I'm going to call them. Is as you approach it, you can see that this is a almost. It's
Can you
also
turn down
built.
the music a little bit?
Oh yeah, of course. Sorry,
Yeah, thanks.
bit
Yes.
enthusiastic. You can see that the building has been built on top of this very enlarged bed of wood, from which you can see sled struts. Although this one is not a 3; it's got 4 or 5 of these struts on it, presumably to support the weight of this structure. And you are you are challenged to pick this thing up. So go ahead and roll me athletics. Roll me athletics to lift or at least tilt this structure.
I shall.
While that's going on, Farrell, you are absolutely encouraged to... 18, lovely. You are absolutely
Alright.
encouraged to dance, and you are welcomed into the dancing circle. And you are... There's almost a moment where one of the dancers grabs your hand and starts flinging you around. The one who's got the one who's grabbed your hand is a very small, diminutive-looking Kenku with this beautiful blue turquoise plumage. That it's just laughing merrily at your enjoyment and enjoying your enjoyment here. Atlas with an 18, easily. This structure, as you look at it, it looked heavier than it actually was, but once you got closer, you saw that most of it was made of this very thin wood thatch-like material, and you knew immediately, okay, that'll be quite easy to lift, and you get underneath the side of it and easily begin to tilt it. There is a noise from inside as a irate looking.
He just lifts the whole thatch house.
Pretty much, yes. This irate looking smaller keg. No, this wouldn't be small. This would be a larger, quite aggressive looking bird-like person erupts out of the door. It goes, "What are you doing? What are you doing? Hand, stop it!
Oh, careful! You're knocking off the balance. Sit still.
Put it out! Just stop it! Put it out!
Stop moving it, then I can. Sorry, didn't see you there.
What?
But
That
take a
was
moment to
incredible.
take
Don't
in
do
the
that again.
view. Must be pretty from up there.
It was not. It's also nighttime. I can't see anything. How did you lift that?
With big muscles.
No. You must be mage.
No. Oh no. I point to Illyria. There's our mage, and if she makes me extra strong, you should see what I lift. I wrestled a purple worm.
I don't believe that. Really?
Mm-hmm. Ask them.
I'll
I will check
wrap around an arm around Atlas's shoulder and go, "It's true, I was inside the worm at the time."
that is also true.
You people are crazy. How did you survive? How did you? Okay, enough. I need a drink. Where is that? Where is that bloody? We will talk together. We'll talk later. I might have something for you guys later. I just gotta get a drink, and he disappears off.
Nice. Yes.
You saw in the firelight that this individual had this beautiful brown and white plumage on them. You can see that their beak was not the curved beak of a Kenku, but more hawk-like in its appearance. Illyria.
Yo, it's me. How you doing?
I'm guessing you wanted to say something.
Yeah, you can see Illyria, looking around, but she looks completely out of place. You can easily tell that Illyria is not exactly a party goer. She's just kind of like here, but at the same time trying to essentially become wallpaper. She's there. You see her there, but she prefers not to be interact, but she has a mission.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to assume this is an elder Kenku of some sort.
Are you talking about the individual who is still at the fire, just watching the merriment?
Yeah. Yeah.
They are. They are definitely an elder of some sort. Yes.
Okay, elder of some sort. She, even though she's uncomfortable in this type of environment, she looks at the elder, trying to keep her mind off of the party that's going on, and asks in a gentle but calm tone, says, I'm currently, well, as you said before, some of us are looking for answers or whatever. I'm currently trying to find my daughter. I heard that she's in this camp.
You approach the elder because he there's a lot of noise going on around you, and you get the impression that the elder would not be able to hear you unless you were right beside them. As you approach the elder, you start to get a sense for the size of this person. They are, even though they're very hunched, and you can see the shoulders and the back are very, very rounded, and even though they're relaxed in the seat, they are still massive. This is a big creature of some sort. It's also as you're approaching that you realise that their head is extremely far forward over their shoulders. Just roll me a quick nature check for me, please.
Oh, nature check. That is intelligence, right? Yeah, nature's intelligence. 12.
12. Yeah, you're not really able to make out what kind of creature they are. Although the beak that emerges from underneath the hood. Oh, I think we just lost Ruben.
Yeah.
The beak that emerges from underneath the hood is very hooked. Very hooked and cruel looking. But you approach.
I got you.
Doesn't turn towards you very well. No, they do. They turn towards you, and you can see more clearly this very cruel beak with these almost brown striations on it, and these very small beady eyes that look out from within the hood. Your daughter. Who might that be?
Her name is Nefane Rikus. I'm her mother.
Rikus is a name I have not heard in a while.
You have not heard that name in a while?
He is here. Whether she has joined the celebrations, I do not know. Look for her if you must. Oh, say and use the celebrations. Choice is yours.
Oh, I was about to say, I'm Atlas. Woo! She bows down in a more respectful way and says, "Thank you for the opportunity, Elder. I hope that you have a very, very long life."
This dry chuckle starts narrating in the voice of the elder. This dry chuckle emerges from the throat of this person. I have lived long enough. It's time for another to take my place eventually. Go in peace, Mother of Nephine. The head turns away from you to look back out at the crowd and begins to just slump down into that form that they had.
And she'll start searching for her daughter.
All right, you can roll me an investigation check as you do that. While that's all happening,
Yes.
Janai and Sykes, what are you up to?
Sykes has, well, he's been invisible this whole time.
Of
It
course.
originally started out, he wanted to play a little prank and be like, oh, Sykes has been lost in the storm. But now, since no one has really said anything, he's just kind of followed the group. At the same time, Sykes doesn't really, all of a sudden we're just in this party, so he's just he doesn't trust anything quite yet. He's been kind of keeping an eye out and looking around, seeing if he can see anything going on that, it's like, well, the party's going on, maybe there's something else no one's seeing, kind of thing, He's trying to keep an eye on the alleys and back areas,
Roll a perception check for me.
Oh, 11.
11. Nah. It's just a big old
Alright.
party right now. But I will say this,
Dang.
as you are moving around and just looking, keep an eye out for stuff, so you get the sense that this party is going to go for a while.
Okay.
Even though it's the middle of the night. Apparently this tribe, this Calaf tribe, doesn't mind partying.
Well, I mean, we just had our sleep, so we're good for the night now. I guess I will go find Janae, and then when no one is looking, back invisible right next to her.
Just roll me a stealth check, please, with advantage.
With advantage? Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, you're invisible, mate.
Oh yeah, true.
Oh,
Yeah. 23.
23, yeah. You're very sure. You're very, very sure that nobody's looking as you give a very small twist of the ring that you are having and just reappear. Janai doesn't even know.
Can I even on the way to Janae? Can I have a couple of drinks?
Of course.
Just one in each hand.
on the way.
You just swipe a couple of drinks from one of the smaller Kenku here. Sure, absolutely. Do you take some water as well, or do you just take the drinks?
Just the drinks.
Just the drinks. Okay, cool.
And then the floating drink will show up in front of Janae before I turn it uninvisible. It'll just show up in front of her.
So, I was inside this giant worm, yeah? And there was just fuck! Sykes! Where the
Then I come back invisible as, and I'd be like,
Try to
sorry,
grab
this life of the party, right?
You're gonna kill me one day.
Sorry.
So
Today
you're
is not
all.
that day.
I do have to, as you are partaking in this celebration, you're all enjoying this alcohol, which After a while, the burn begins to subside as you drink more and more of this drink, and the other flavors of the drink begin to sort of come in, and it's it's a little bit sweet-ish in the way that fruit can be sweet, but there is this very strange, almost aloe vera-like floral flavor behind it. Almost. And those of you who have been actively partaking in this are beginning to feel light. Like, as though you're beginning to kind of float. You're not the only ones drinking this, by the way. Everybody here is drinking this stuff. But feel like you're beginning to sort of feel light and floaty, and the music begins to sort of take on a slightly different quality of etherealness.
I think at this point, Sykes would join Farrell in the dancing. And because of the lightness feeling, Sykes would be a bit more jumpy in his dances. Like, he'd be jumping around more.
You're not the only one.
Yeah, Farrell already has been, but like, yeah.
You are also genuinely not the only one.
Yeah.
The dancers here also, they begin to jump and leap a lot more as well.
Oh, if only I could druid into a bird.
Actually, I think I might join them.
So
there's a fire in the middle, right?
There is a fire in the middle, but clearly the dancers are very much aware of what's going on of the fire and have actually are actually dancing around it.
Not remotely concerned about that.
Okay.
What I will cause is for the flames to brighten and change color based on who is dancing nearest to it. So it'll take on like the colors of the person currently dancing nearest to it.
That's awesome.
Interesting.
Bit of thaumaturgy.
Rave now.
Yeah, no, that begins to happen, and as the flames begin to take on this color of this beautiful green color, as this smaller cream plumaged Kenku dances close to it and moves away, and they turn back into that sort of flickering golden yellow light before a larger, more lithe looking bird begins to move and sway beside it. It turns into this very beautiful brown and white color of flame. The crowd notices this and begins to sort of dance in and out, and you find yourself, Shania, having to keep up, getting to have a bit of trouble trying to keep up with the amount of people sort of interacting with the fire.
Oh fuck.
It's a little bit like that, yeah. Illyria, your investigation check. You are moving through the crowds, and you're trying to see who's here. You are unable to find your daughter in this crowd. Everywhere you look, you see Kenku of all different shapes and sizes, but you also see dwarves, elves, and humans, and also the odd tiefling here around. You can see darker skinned, red-skinned tiefling. You see a much lighter green-coloured tiefling. 15. Yeah, you do also see a very sort of beautiful gold-brown skinned tiefling. And they're just moving through the crowds and also just having conversation, enjoying their time here as well. Shania, just what's your passive perception?
Oh shit, it's absolutely terrible. Let me tell you that. Let me just a quick. That's 12.
Yeah. Okay. Nah, it's fine. You're good.
I noticed nothing. I'm just going, okay, and the blue, and oh, that's Blackwood, and oh, this one's close now, and freckles. Okay, let's go.
It turns into a different color at one point. Oops.
The party will continue through the night, with many people getting very drunk. Now, serious question. Among you all, who will be partaking heavily of this alcohol?
Definitely Farrell.
Atlas will be looking after Hercules, so Atlas will calm down.
At this point, there's no turning back.
All right, Farrell, Shania, Sykes, Illyria.
Illyria's going to keep searching for her daughter because, family comes first,
Sure. No, I understand. Alright,
Question
In fact,
between.
yeah.
Does my
Yeah.
dad drink?
yes.
How much? Like,
Embarrassingly much.
That is actually a very, very good
That's
question.
great.
I hadn't thought about.
You should have a drinking contest.
Why not
with your
roll
dad and
for
see
it
who
and see
wins.
how much he drinks?
He he drinks. He drinks lightly.
okay.
He learned very quickly that the alcohol very much was needed to be supplemented by the.
Are you
by
sure
the
he's
water.
away from the master now?
Oh, but he is definitely away from the master. And he does begin to get tipsy too. I'm not going to deny he's also enjoying the drink after a while.
Yeah, but like he makes more puns when he's tipsy. That's just it.
He's tipsy, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. He
Are
does.
we in short rest territory?
Yeah, I would say you're in short rest territory. But I
Okay.
do need a Constitution saving throw from all of you who are partaking heavily in this alcohol.
Well, before the heavy part, I mean, because Sykes would have, like, during his dancing, realized how bad he's dancing, so he would have asked for help in the ghost department, to see if someone could teach him how to better dance.
All right, yeah, no,
I wanna
you do.
get
There's
proficiency in performance.
a voice.
You're asking a ghost dance teacher?
Yeah.
Not sure that's how that
Dang
works.
it.
You gain proficiency in a
slightly
tool.
beat me. At
No,
drinking.
it's proficiency in the skill or tool.
School or tool. Okay, so you will lose your proficiency in disguise kitting.
Yep.
But you ask for help, and a very irritable voice appears in your ears. You want help in dancing? You have 2 left feet. How can I help you dance?
It's
Oh
possible.
no! You got a hottie.
just-
like...
Just start keeping time. Look, the beat is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Oh no, it's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Foot, 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 foot. Right, left, right, left. And you start. He starts right, really.
Yeah.
Basically, telling you what to do. And yes, I
Yeah.
will give you the. You do gain proficiency in performance in this.
Yay! And then I will change out because I'm writing it in my notes under notes which proficiency I have. So
Perfect.
performance. Okay, now this con check.
Yes. So Atlas, you're calming down a bit, so you're being sensible. So even though you got this voice in your ear, and he's 1, 2, left, right, left. No, you begin to hear slight irritation in his voice. No, you stupid
tripped
idiot!
into
It's
the fire.
no foot first, right, left foot. Oh, stop it!
Yeah,
I can't work with this, and it just is irritated. Almost, you can almost sense the flouncing off of this this ghost as he gets pissed off with a very drunk Sykes. So Farah and Shania, you're both drunk. You're both drunk. The Constitution save wasn't about whether or not you'd be tipsy or not. You're drunk. But you just remain. You kind of just feel like you're gently floating. Or you're just sort of at this gentle, almost cruising on a nice high vibe. Sykes, you keel over and pass out.
This is what
You keel over and pass out. So
face in the sand.
pretty much
Hopefully not
face.
in the fire.
No, you don't go. You don't go into fire. You do get rescued. You do get rescued from that unfortunate series. But event.
I do turn the fire into the right color.
Yeah, of course. And there is a lot of laughter and pointing, and all of you see this. That Sykes just basically face plants and is just out cold. Sykes, even though you're out cold, it's like you are flying.
Yay!
It is.
I've never casted the spell before.
It is
Whee!
literally like you're flying, and you are flying off high into the air. And you're flying upwards and upwards and upwards until you could, if you wanted to, you could touch the stars and the sky and the moons.
I'm gonna fly
As
to
you-
the green moon.
You do. You fly to the green moon.
Hi,
And
green
this green moon begins to it just begins to emerge in front of you, and it's like when you realise that this moon is squashed. It's not a perfect orb. It's squashed in a very unusual fashion,
It's a flat moon.
and it's a flat
moon. I'm
moon.
gonna
Yeah.
touch it.
That's a
And you
move.
reach out. You reach out to touch it. I need you to roll me a wisdom saving throw
Oh,
with
I was
disadvantage
kidding.
because you're
but-
also
all right,
pissed.
all right, yeah.
Why is it?
I'm
Why did you go to the
I'm
green moon? You know that's
pissed
bad.
or like, actually, I don't know. I just picked a.
They're
color.
all bad. No.
kind of.
No.
Ooh,
Wow.
Oh wow,
Okay.
dirty 20.
Well-
You reach out to touch this moon, and
I'm just seeing things. That's what I was doing.
you, as you reach out to touch the moon, there is a sudden sense of, no, you shouldn't do that. And then it's almost like desire from the moon comes to you, says, no, reach for me. You know you want to reach. I will help you discover what you should. And it's not. No, that's not a good moon.
No,
Let's not go to that moon. And as
go
you
to a different moon. That one seems cooler.
with, there are three others. There are three others.
gotta
There's
go
the
to the
Lambent Lady.
biggest
There's Lambent
Ooh,
Lady.
Lambent
there's-
Lady.
You're gonna go to Lambent Lady. This
Yes.
you turn as you turn away. There's this almost hiss behind you from this green moon as you move away, and you see this beautiful, bright white moon is in front of you, glorious. You just bathe. You just bask there in the
Can I,
light.
can I go lay on that one?
You do. You go lay on it.
Yeah.
It's soft. It's pillowy.
It's like a cloud.
It's like a cloud. Bit scratchy.
It's not a cloud. It's asbestos. No, I'm just kidding.
Is there anything in particular that the rest of you want to do before the party begins to wind down and you get shepherded away to a guest to the guest quarters here in the tribe?
I do want to speak with the elder, actually.
Okay, we can do that. Illyria?
Elder Skexy.
Illyria, you do spend time looking around for your daughter, but she's not here. She's not at the party.
She'll start asking around.
As you start asking around, you get the sense that many of the people don't really care about your search for right now because they're just having fun and just enjoying themselves. But eventually you find somebody who goes, "Oh, Neffy, nay, yeah, she's... just that's one, I think. Are you floating?" Lean this crow, black plumaged crow, raven like Kenku, leans over. Are you floating as well?
She looks down, goes, "No, I'm touching the ground."
You
I
should
think you're
float.
seeing double, my man. My friend.
Maybe. My
How many
flying
fingers I'm holding up?
leans down to look at your fingers very closely and starts leaning forwards to it. That point to the point that they're almost right. Your fingers are basically right in front of their face. 10.
9.
Hey,
Oh, you get. Illyria wasn't impressed because she was holding 2 fingers. She's like, "I think you need to sit down and rest, my friend. I
This
think you
guy's
had
seeing
too
5
much."
of you.
Oh wait, this is my favorite.
I am not floating, am I? I am not flying. shit.
Some
I drank
rest,
too
my
much.
Such a
friend.
fucking downer.
I drank too much.
We
You're a
need to get
good
some drinks in
woman.
the
You're a
area.
good woman. As his hand just heavily pats your shoulder, this raven-like Kenku turns around and sort of wobbles, weaves their way away into the oasis here. You do see though that they did point vaguely in the direction of one of the huts, but when you look over the direction, it's kind of like you see a hut ahead of you. You also see a hut beside it, and another one to the left of it. Which one of those? You're not sure. Somewhere in there, maybe.
Hey, you narrowed it down though, at least.
It narrows it down. Yeah.
narrows it down, yeah.
She'll check the nearest one.
Yeah, it's the day is beginning to lighten, and you can see that the green sunrise is beginning to appear across the horizon. Farrell, you wanted to have a chat with the elder. Yeah, this party's been going on a while.
At this all night. Wow.
Yeah,
But yes,
Farrell,
yes,
you wanted to have a chat with the elder. The elder seems to almost have fallen asleep a little bit in their chair. You certainly by where the position the head is much lower than it was when when you first arrived.
Do they still look awake, or they look like they're actually like out?
Do you go up and have a look?
Yeah.
They look like they're falling asleep.
They're also at the moon.
All right. I'll wait till tomorrow then.
Okay.
I'm just having a good time.
All right.
Can I try something?
Also, I'm gonna try turning into a bird, but I know that I can't because I can't do that as a druid yet. But I'm gonna try anyways. I'll be just like bird,
Turns
Bird,
into a flightless bird.
bird,
Penguin!
bird. Like, I'll be flapping my arms trying to become a bird
Turn into a penguin!
while shouting bird.
Has he seen
Yes.
a penguin?
That sounds right.
No, he has not seen any penguins.
He's
Or
half bird. He
ostriches.
might
Emu.
have imagined a penguin. An ostrich.
As you
Anyway.
start doing that, I'll get onto you in a moment, Janai. As you start doing that, you start to go bird. One of the a few members of the crowd start to sort of look in your direction. At which point, one of the non-Kenku members, one of the humans here, approaches you and says, Mr. Furbolg, sir,
Yes.
don't do that. They're a little bit...
It's new again.
They don't have wings.
Oh. I was trying to grow some.
So looks into your eyes a bit. Have you been drinking?
Well, we all have, but see, I can become animals, and I really want to be bird.
Are you a druid?
I'd be
Yeah, yes.
Don't tell them.
Oh. Okay.
They're a bit
I thought they were
sensitive.
too.
No, they can't.
I
fly.
thought they were because they were animals. So I thought they were also.
Ooh.
He puts a hand on your shoulder. Come see me in the morning. We'll have a talk about their culture.
Okay.
The name's Caleb.
Caleb. I write it down on my hand as if that helps me remember.
the slight sort of blurriness as you're looking into their face. You can see that they have a very shortcut brown hair, the 5 o'clock shadow, very thin face. But they said to say, see me tomorrow morning, or at least once
Okay.
you've slept off your Lazarus
which one of
hangover.
you is is Caleb, and which one is the twin brother?
Whichever one you want it to be. Go
Okay.
rest. Go rest, Mr. Furbolg. He sort of gently turns you around and pushes you towards one of the huts here. Chennai,
Yeah.
what do you want to
So, what I was doing before that happened was trying to get Farrell a date.
do? Ha!
And then he just sort of starts chanting bird, bird, bird to himself, and I give up on that enterprise. Switch tacks. Just quickly switch tacks and go, hey, have you met my friend Atlas? Have you met At?
Pick one. Kenku, dwarf, human, or tiefling. Which one?
Oh, that would be such a conflict of interest. No, I think I'm going to go for the funniest option. Not entirely sure which one that is.
I've already
We'll
thought of
go-
one for you.
We'll go for Tiefling.
Oh, you're gonna go tiefling. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Well, the tiefling that you've picked out is this very tall, quite strongly built male tiefling with horns that sweep up almost in the
Yeah, he
crown.
might swing that way.
Who knows? Sweep up almost in the crown with this very deep, almost burgundy-colored skin. And you say, "Have you met my friend Atlas?" And this tiefling looks at you and looks at Atlas. No, I haven't met Atlas. Honestly, though, not really my type.
No, what do you think I was saying? I meant you could use a pick-me-up. Hey! Like, get out of there.
You just leave this tiefling with this very confused look on their face.
I also make puns when I'm shit-faced, turns out. Got that from
Apparently so,
And
yeah.
family.
Yeah.
I start hanging out with my dad at the party. I sulk. It was a shit fest. None of my friends want to be hooked up to anybody.
It starts scrying on random people.
You have the scry spell.
That'd be
No,
funny.
I'm gonna. No, well, I'm shit-faced.
All right.
No,
I'm just saying.
Quite a drunk thing to do.
Well, then somebody should encourage me to do it.
You should start scrying on naked
I can't.
boys.
I'm passed
That's
out on
something
the
that
moon.
I would do.
Sykes is passed out.
I'm
Farrell
on
is
the
being
moon.
shoved to bed. Atlas, what is Atlas doing right now? The party has wound on, and while the music is still going, many members of this tribe are searching for beds or places to sleep off whatever hangover they're going to be having the following day. What is Atlas up to?
Atlas would, constantly be by Hercules' side, but probably by campfire, just socializing and just drinking moderately.
Sure,
And
do
he would tell, of course, the story about how they all fought a purple worm and beat it. And he would look if anyone's got like purple worm teeth as weapons, and he would inquire about the possibility of getting one fixed for himself.
You do actually spot someone who seems to have this very, very long blade sheathed to their side, and they're one of the Kenku who now you're actually sort of seated by the fire and just not really taking part in the dialogue. We're just seated by the fire, socializing, and just chatting. This person hasn't really left the side of the elder. They sat there pretty much the whole time, and even though the elder is what looks to be now is basically fast asleep, holding a cup in front of them, is just completely completely out of it. Now just fast asleep. But this one has not really been drinking, and has just been watching, keeping an eye. And you can see that they have this very, very, very long, thin blade. It's sheathed at their waist.
I would approach and say, like, excuse me for asking, but Did you make that yourself and appointed the sword? The big needle.
The needle is an appropriate name. That is indeed how I use it. No, I did not make this. I brought the parts. The blade is a long tooth of a sandworm.
I know. I've got a few myself, and I was wondering. If
you, a human, have sandworm teeth.
Oh yes, yeah. We have, and I mentioned vaguely towards everyone else, which will basically be a 360-degree arc, I assume.
It's now,
Everyone's wandered up.
Yeah, they've all wandered off. You don't really see anybody here now.
Yeah, we did it together. We've got a few, but I was wondering if I could get one like that.
It's quite easy. All you have to ask our mechanic. She can
Who
very
might that
easily
be?
make one. That'll be Nefine.
Nefine.
Yes.
Do you perhaps know how long it took to get that fixed? Because we might be in
This
a bit
one?
of a hurry.
Well, this one took... Don't really know. I gave her the parts and she handed it back to me in about 2 hours, so I don't know. I'll have to ask her.
Oh, that should be fine. Well, thank you.
Right, well, pleasure. I would love to see these teeth that you have.
Well, I can maybe show them. We don't have it with us right now, but maybe we can show it tomorrow.
Okay. Well, I wish you best of luck. So, just to get this straight, the only person who's not going to be sleeping off a hangover is Illyria, right?
Yeah, pretty much. You already know her disposition when rolling Constitution saving throws on alcohol, because it's like poison to her, essentially.
I got that. I got that.
It's like poison to everyone.
How's my dad?
It's just fun to do.
That's
Okay. Yep. Okay.
That's
Big breakfast for everybody. How's Safari?
Oh, that's actually a very good question.
In his undies.
No, he's not going to be in his undies.
He's giving.
His undies. But he will have.
In
I
the
reckon he will
swimsuit.
have actually. From what I know of Jeff and how he plays the character, he will have definitely partaken. Just depends if he's able to. He still hasn't upgraded his character. Jeez.
Giving it to Kitsune too. Kitsune's getting drunk.
Constitution saving throw. Oh, he has definitely fed Kitsune. Kitsune's passed out, by the way. No,
Damn,
Tefari's
he's with
also
me.
passed out. No,
Hey
Tefari's also
Tefari,
passed out.
how's it going? We're on the moon.
No, you don't see Tefari here anywhere.
Oh,
You do not see him anywhere.
I don't see him on Lament Lady with me.
Nope.
Dang it.
What, they can't eat cheese from the moon together? They can't share some.
I killed Edward.
Yeah.
Did you really just say that?
I mean, it was an
Wait,
accident.
I missed it.
You missed it. Oh, jeez. You're
How'd
gonna have
you
to
miss
look
that?
that. I'm surprised you missed that. I caught it immediately. All right, so Illyria.
Oh, what's up? It's me.
The-
Tell me in the comments. Raphael, are you watching? Tell me about it.
The music has died down, and while a lot of people are still sort of wandering around, so there's quite a few people who are now just passed out around the place. You've been checking out these three houses so far. Two of them, one of which appears to be empty. Nobody appears to be living here, but you do see storage and bits and pieces that are just being put here to be kept out of the way. The other house that you entered, when you looked in, this was definitely occupied by somebody, and you walk in, and you do see somebody sleeping underneath a thin blanket. But as they roll over, you see a very long beak, a black plumage of one of the raven-like Kenku. You realize that very quickly. This is not the other place. As you emerge from this place, you see entering the last of these homes, the golden brown skins tiefling with the horns that extend from the forehead backwards and then end just below the ears. entering kind of a little bit stumbly, slightly not quite keeping their balance away. The last of the last of these huts.
He's going to check it out. So, I mean,
You head over there. Do you? The door is closed, but you hear some noises from some gentle conversation from within.
she'll give a knock.
Okay. The gentle conversation from within stops. There's some shuffling noises, and the door opens a crack. You look out and you see the golden skins tiefling just sort of peering out behind the door. Yeah.
Sorry to bother you. I'm been looking around in a few tents. I'm trying to find someone named Nathan.
Nefane.
Yes, Nathan Rikus.
The heads disappears from the door for a minute. Hey, babe. Someone here looking for you.
Ho 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 ho.
Who is it? I'm trying to sleep through that party. I couldn't. Well, what's your name?
Illyria.
She says her name is Illyria. Pause. What? She says her name is Illyria. Are you fucking kidding me? The Tiefling looks back at you. Give me a moment. Just close the door. What's your passive? Oh, you've got high passive perception, haven't you?
Oh yeah, a 19.
Yeah, you've got stupid high passive perception now.
Because of observing and keeping
Yep,
war
you do.
friendly.
So your ears pick out the conversation of, "You're right, babe. Yeah, no, that's... What's she look like?" Honestly, I looked a bit like you. But I shouldn't have red hair. Nah. Nah, it can't be. She's dead. Hey, she said her name's Olivia. Just... Well, not right now. I try to get to sleep anyway. That party went on long. I've got things to do tomorrow. Not right now. Whatever you say, babe. Some footsteps. The door opens again. The golden skin. Very, as you know, as she opens the door a little bit wider now, you see that she's a very lithe, thin figure over a tiefling, wearing a very, very thin sort of nightie now that sort of gently covers her body, and she looks at you, Illyria, and says, "Well, can you come back tomorrow? Tell her come to the workshop." You sure? Yeah. Alright, well, suppose you heard that.
Sure. Yeah, but before I go, she kind of reaches in her like pulls off her backpack. Yes, she has one. I just looked at my character sheet and I'm
Yeah.
surprised I even have a backpack.
Yeah, everybody's got a backpack.
She reaches in and pulls out that carousel.
Mm-hmm.
That carousel of nothing, if I look at this correctly. Yes, and she says, "Give this to Nethane. She'll know what it is. It's one of her smaller projects that
Okay.
she used to do."
I'll give it to her. Are you a tinkerer too?
I'm her mother. Let's just say I was kidnapped for a very long time.
This is a conversation that we're going to have later. I'll let her know. See you at the workshop tomorrow. Bye! And closes the door.
Can she pick up anything with that passive perception?
Are you going to stay here in front of the door, or are you going to leave?
She's going to leave.
Okay. Right. And I think that's actually a good point to have a break. Normally we start stopping about 5 minutes, but that's I reckon that's a good point. So we'll take a bit of a pause here. We'll be back in about 10 to 15 minutes while I go and grab myself some tea. And some of us also get tea and the like as well. Don't go away, as we'll see what else transpires in the morning after everybody has recovered from whatever hangovers that they might be having right now.
Yeah, I can imagine that this alcohol has quite the hangover.
Oh, we'll definitely be seeing about that. And and a certain meeting that is going to be happening later on. Don't go away.
And apparently looking similar, so that means that your daughter also might be tentacled.
Well, we're doing really well on the camera thing.
Yeah, that was my fault.
Great
Sorry about
start.
that. I completely screwed that one up. Whoops.
That's a good
Um,
Peek behind the curtain.
A little peek behind the
Oopsie
curtain there. Whoops, that wasn't meant to happen.
Technical issues.
Oopsie. Oh well. Welcome back, where our 6 heroes have been entertained and been enthused at a very enthusiastic crowd here of the tribe of Caliph here in the oasis of Krick. Yeah. And some of our heroes, they've got hangovers.
Fly
Hey.
to the moon.
They've got
Yeah.
So, we're going to start with those who have hangovers and what they're going to be up to today. One of those is Sykes.
So Sykes, having passed out being on the moon, now waking up in this stupid hangover, without even realizing it, he's flickering because of the ring of invisibility. He's unintentionally going.
He's unintentionally
light
turning it
switch,
on and
just-
off.
Yeah, I'm a light
Wow.
switch. That's just...
I will say this, Sykes, though.
Yeah.
Like, it's the hangover can be best described as a combination of feeling extremely heavy,
Ooh,
like that sort of really
that makes
heavy.
sense. I was super light, and then
Yeah, like your
down.
your body feels like lead.
I think
as in
if
the
I try
weight
to
of
get out
lead.
of the bed, realizing what happened with the flickering, I try my best to stop it. And as I get out of bed, I can't even find my feet, and I just fall to the ground on my side. Like,
It's also
just roll out
it's
the
also
door.
when you roll out that your head suddenly feels like you've got a whole bunch of those people who are playing those really sort of very high pitched, very sharp sounding drums. Sounds like you've got a whole chorus of them playing them in your head. Like you feel like
Ow.
shit.
I just put my head on a pillow, or I grab my. Now that I'm on the floor, I grab my best to grab a somewhat pillow that's around, and I just shove it in my face on the ground. Like, no.
The pillow that's as soft as the lambent lady.
Also, Farrell, you're the one. Farrell,
You got two pillows.
all of you hear Sykes's because you've all been given
I sound like a
this-
banshee.
Yeah, you basically do.
Oh,
You've all
God.
been given this this very large
Go.
very large structure, this very cooling structure from the heat from outside. In order to use as your place of residence. So you all hear this from Sykes.
I go over to him and just pat him on the back, like as if you try to
No.
like burp a baby. Like, it's like
You did it to yourself, Sax. No pity.
What did I do?
Drink
Do I
too much.
remember the moon situation? Do I remember the moon stuff?
You
Or
do.
no?
You do.
Okay.
You do remember flying. You remember flying.
I shouldn't have flown to that moon. No.
You took a nap early in the festival.
Oh no. How bad was it?
Well, at some point, I held the jar of brown preserve in front of your nose, and you did not react.
Preserve? What preserve?
Well, remember that cart we drove into fall?
No.
I still have a jar.
Yeah. You still have that?
Yeah.
Oh
you
my
never
god.
know when you're gonna need it.
Oh no. Oh. Oh no. I should pass that again. No, just
I
kidding.
mean, you were
'Cause
dancing
now,
and then you
now
kind
I
of
can smell it on the
Oh,
edge of my nose. So she said she put it next to my face to try and smell it. Now I'm still smelling it because that thing
No, that's your
lingered.
breath.
That is your breath, actually, yeah.
Yeah, your mouth should taste like the ground because you were kind of eating the sand.
I think
Sandy
you were trying to
preserves.
dance for a while.
Oh yeah.
Went wrong. They just face planted.
Oh.
There is a knock on the door.
No.
Come in.
Come in.
Are you all right in there?
No.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's fine.
The door opens and the light floods in from outside. You're awake, and you see standing in front of you one of the larger varieties of Kenku here with the brown and white plumage. It looks almost owl-like in features and form. Except you see that they are also flightless. They don't have any wings, but their long fingers seem to have these very, very long talons on them. Well, looks like our guests don't know Lazarus whiskey.
That's what
That's
that
what
was.
that's called.
Oh.
I love it. That was so
Now
good.
we do.
Actually, would I have heard of that at some point?
Nope.
Okay. Just wondering.
That unfortunately is a role that you can't make
Yeah.
because you have never been to this continent, so you do not
Yep.
know this place.
Well, I mean, you don't know, merchants could have brought it over. And
They
stuff,
could have done.
but-
They could have
Yeah,
done, but
that's fine.
this is one of these very, very rare drinks.
Yeah. That's what it's called. Oof.
Who is this Lazarus then?
Don't know who it is, but it's distilled from a cactus called the Lazarus cactus.
Hmm.
It's quite nice. Just don't eat the cactus itself or the juice of the cactus. You want to try and prepare it in some way.
Was it normal for me to think that I was flying to the moons?
Oh, you got that drunk. Hmm.
I went to the green one, and yeah, it didn't seem like a good idea.
Okay, I don't
Ooh,
know about flying
yeah.
to moons or anything else, But advice for you, Mr. Elf:
Mm-hmm.
don't drink any more for about 2 days.
Okay.
And
2
stay away
days.
from that moon. That's a bad moon.
No,
It's a very
yeah.
bad moon.
I say 2 days, seriously, because if you drink much more, you will get addicted.
Oh, it's one of those things. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, no more. I'll do my best. 'Cause...
We do like it here, but you're new, and you're new, and your tolerance for the stuff has not been built up. So don't drink anymore for 2 days.
Thanks for the heads up. Oh.
Oh,
So, welcome to the home. My name is Lucy.
Nice to meet you.
Lucy is the name.
Yes.
Some people call me Lucifer. Don't ask me why. But you can call me Lucy. It's easy. It's easier. In our home, I will be your guide for now. But you've come here to the tribe, and everybody here works. You're not just guests.
Gotcha.
that makes
So-
sense. That's like my tribe as well.
Good. Tribe. Let's talk about that later.
Yes.
Let's talk about it later. Anyways, come with me. I'll show you around. And he turns
Dragging my
and
feet.
walks. He turns and walks out of the house.
Oh, Lucy, would I be able to work with a human
Hmm?
named Caleb?
I have already spoken to Caleb. Don't worry. You'll be able
Yeah.
to find him later. I have to give you a tour.
Okay.
Come. And he beckons you out of your home. He first takes you to the central area where you all were shepherded by the crowd last night. This is the communal area. This is our space where we gather, talk, share breakfast, lunch, or whatever meal of the day we want. This is also where you'll find the elder, and he gestures firstly to the seat which you saw earlier, which is now vacant, and then also gestures behind it to where you see this very low slumped building on top of one of these sleds. It's quite sort of almost. I'm trying to think of a good description of it. Like half a bun, just that's been cut and then put on its side, and it just sort of sits there on top. It sits there on top of this sled, and that is his home. Don't go in there right now. He's sleeping. He'll probably take your head off if you try and wake him up. Leave him alone for a bit. That's the elder's home. All right. Any advice, sagely knowledge or prophecy? You go to him. Doesn't take a very high passive insight to know what he thinks about prophecy. He then leads you to another building, which, as you approach it, you begin to smell like there's a very almost. There's always been this very dry scent in the air from the desert around here. But as you approach this building in particular, it begins to get this very sort of acrid, almost floral scent that starts to permeate the air around you. And as you approach, you see out of the top of one building a pipe. It's just gently puffing smoke, or what appears to be smoke. It could be steam as well. This is our distillery. This is where our brewmaker Talon makes our Lazarus whiskey. I have not a fucking clue what he does in there, but he makes wonderful drinks. So whatever, he produces our alcohol. And as you hear him talk, you see a very small green plumaged Kenku pop out the door and go, "Oh, hi Lucy! Hi, yeah. Can I help you? Can I get your help later?" Hi, darling. Yes, I can help you later. Anyways, follow me, and he leads you again through rounds. He basically giving you a tour of this place. He points out where the food is produced. You see that there are these very sort of tall, almost dinner plate-like cactuses that sort of grow on top of each other. And he points out that that's the fruit that's the fruit or vegetable that you had last night. You also see in one house this just rack of meat is basically the description of it. It's just a rack on which you can see strips of meat are just hanging, and as you approach them, there's this the acrid smell of spice and salt hits your nose. So you realise that this meat is just there and has been dried to the point. He walks in and just pulls out a knife and just carves off a piece for himself. And just begins to gently chew on it. And he looks at the 60 and says, "You want the piece?"
Yes.
And he starts and just hands you pieces of this jerky stuff.
I don't eat it yet because I know what'll happen if I do eat it. I'm gonna do that later.
Yeah, no solid food
while Illyria's gnawing on the jerky, I'm going to be assuming now.
It's tough, but it's quite nice.
Yeah. She looks around the place and goes, you people really have a nice culture. To be honest, I did learn your guys' native language. It took 40 years, because, oh goodness, your language is hard.
Oh, you actually speak Kenku, at which he switches to Kenku.
She immediately switches to Kenku too, says, I did.
Oh, right, okay, well, it's unusual for one outside of our culture to actually learn that.
Takes
Well,
years to start hurting.
You just hear lots of chirping and clicking.
Well, I was originally from Dial Chata before it was destroyed.
The ghost town.
Yeah, the ghost town.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, Dial Chata. I did meet a few people, Kenku like you, but they tend to keep to themselves. But I was interested in their culture and tried to be friends with them, but they were very well-kept secretive to themselves.
Yeah, we kind of do that. Generally because we are looked down upon, and we're also nomadic people, so it's kind of unusual that you had ended up with people of our culture there. But
Well, I mean, Diochel was supposed to be a place where everyone could go and, live and be normal, but the way how this place is going is... It's not how I remembered it 80 years later.
Perhaps you could talk to the Elder about that. At which point he switches back to common. So, I have a question for you all, but we'll talk about that later.
I also have a question that I just thought of. So obviously we're guests here, so we won't obviously be staying forever. How far is it to Penguin from here?
Pangolin?
That's our next step. Sorry. I gotta pull up my...
Is it down above Maharashtra?
Yes.
Maharashtra,
northwest. Right below the mountains on the edge by the coast.
Oh! Hang up. Wait. Which... Is that one of the big cities?
We don't know
Maharashtra.
how
I think
big
so.
it is.
I'm looking at the map now.
Maharashtra is indeed one of the big cities.
Yeah, it's
Pull
right above
out my map
Dalinda.
and just, try to look for the city. Sykes.
Yeah,
Or Tefari probably will just
it's
point
north-
it out
it's
immediately.
definitely-
That's where it is. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the other city north, the other big city north of Dalinda.
Ah. You mean the traitor city?
Trader? Like trader, like in bads, or trader as in like trading goods?
Traitor.
Oh.
Uh, know of it. Like you say, there's another place north of it?
Yeah, it's called. It's written here on the map. It says Bahat Sundar Pangolin.
Right. Well, I don't know actually why it's called that, but I think I know where you are referring to.
Our friend calls
Well-
it pretty pangolin, but
Well, from where we are right now, by sand sled, traveling in general, good 2-3 weeks away.
weeks.
Why?
Oh,
we don't
Those
have one of
sand
those
suds
things.
Fast.
And you are having this conversation while you are being led and guided around the oasis here.
I mean, it took
And
us
he-
a couple days to get from Chen to Chata. Yeah, like 5 days, and that was by cart.
Yes, well, you are going to be crossing practically half the desert to get there, and we don't have one of the things that fly. He just
Oh, well, I guess
Gestures
I
vague-
technically
gestures
don't
vaguely
know
to the
where
star-
we are in
to
the
the sky.
desert, so that is true. I thought we were above Delindus or Dalchata still. Never mind.
well, you are a few hours away from Dial Chadar. Yeah, that's true.
Oh, okay. I
By
guess
sled.
Maharashtra technically is a lot further than Chen. Okay, never mind. Or Chen, and yeah. Okay, never mind. You're
As
correct.
you look at the map, you do realize that Chen is quite a distance away from Maharashtra.
Yeah. And where we are from Dalchata, Chen is definitely a lot closer than Maharashtra is.
Yeah.
So yeah, never mind. But yeah, I guess technically around Maharashtra was our next goal. I mean, we didn't know it was a trader city.
Well, I didn't know it was called. I didn't know Maharashtra was called. I didn't know the traitor city was called Maharashtra. We just called it the traitor city.
Oh.
Because that's
Oh.
what we knew it as.
Why?
What did they do to make it a trader city?
Well, they tried to rebel against what is now the Empire, and okay.
Oh,
Do
I get it.
do you have time for a history lesson? Well, of course you have time
well,
for a
I
history
can
lesson. Yes,
I
you
can
do.
kind of figure out what you meant because you guys were telling us that like you guys are against.
No,
the
no, no, no,
Empire.
no, no. Well, let's take a seat. Take a seat. Take a seat. If you got any water with you, yeah, it's fine. It doesn't matter. Hey, you! And he just points at one of the smaller king. Goes, you, grab us some water. So, history lesson for you all.
Love it.
We, the Krak,
Mhm.
they, the humans and elves and whatnot that are here now, the Krak people, we were around for a while. We've been nomads for a while. We are just one tribe, the Caliph tribe. We're just one tribe of many. And many years ago, many years ago, decades ago, when I was just a chick, some war broke out south of here between the various different cities. I don't know. All I know is that one city didn't like what one other city was saying. That's all I know. And then they started fighting for a long time, and then they asked us to help. Not what we know as a traitor city in oh wow, Dutch creeping out again. Whoops. Not the
good.
traitor city didn't ask us to help. It was actually, which one was it? Oh, it was the royal city. The royal city asked us to help. And we agreed, so long as they could give us some of those things. And he points vaguely off into the sky, and you follow his line of sight, and you can see high up in the sky a ship that's just sailing across the sky. We asked them to give us some of those in exchange for our help, and so we agreed, of course, because flight, you know. He holds out his arms,
Yeah.
indicating completely not your flight. Hey, chance to fly! Wonderful, we're going to take it up. So, So the royal city asked us, and then there was the brother cities, and then there was the trader city and the gold city, and then there was the garrison city, and now the traitor city. That's what we know as, and we helped, and the war was won. And then the Empire didn't give us any of what we wanted. So we've been fighting the Empire since, and every time we see a chance to get one of those fucking ships, we send the soldiers out and try and capture one. So far, we've not been successful.
Oh, that's why. Okay. That's,
that's
why you
why-
attacked. Yeah.
Yes, that is why. That is why we attacked the. Oh, so you were there. That explains why you were at the ghost city, the ghost town. That explains it. Yes. Now I understand. I wondered about that. That explains that. Yes. No, we knew that there was a constant supply every day. Every day, a skyship would turn up, drop something off at that ghost city, and then go off. So we planned. We planned for that day to attack and try and capture one of those skyships, but the fuckers were so quick. So we couldn't manage. Ah, thank you. At which point the
well,
Did you not think that the Mind Flayer would attack you guys while you were attacking the ship?
the what?
well,
There was a big evil thing at that city.
yeah, we basically, let's just say
I-
whoever is dropping people off there is feeding something to a creature.
I will actually minor illusion the Mind Flayer we fought.
Ugh, what an ugly bastard.
Yes, and I have fought those people, and they're the ones that are responsible for Diochad's destruction.
Ah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no,
There
we
was
did not know
actually
that. We did wonder
There's
why. We
actually-
did wonder why there was the constant everyday ship drop off, but you know, we took the advantage, and it
there was actually a
failed to our
crystal.
soldiers not so good. He yells
Oh.
off in one direction.
There was actually a crystal it was using to make the town look normal. And we have the crystal now because I guess we found out how to shut it off, but it is a ruined city now.
Well, yes, it's always been a ruined city, ever since I was a chick.
When we showed up, all the towns, all the buildings looked like they were built brand new, marble, everything
Oh.
like that. Until we found the
that's-
crystal that magically illusioned it to look like that.
Ah, magic stuffs.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really understand magic stuffs. I'm just a fighter.
Got it.
Well, basically, why we're in there, I was trying to find my family. So,
Oh,
yeah, and one of them is in your camp, Nefane Rikus. I hope she didn't give you too much trouble.
no, she's been a valued member of the tribe. She's our well, she's our master of mechanics. She's made everything here, and you look around, and the Kenku points out all the various different devices, which they're all very discreetly hidden. But there are a lot of mechanical devices around the place that seem to power and generate energy and movement here, and even the sleds that you are here, the sleds that you use in order to drive here. He just points to those as well. She's our master of mechanics. She made those.
I kind of figured because she's the craftsman of my family. I'm her mother, but
well.
she already has her hood down and goes, well, the ones that destroyed Dioch kidnapped me. I was supposed to become their people through whatever process, and I ended up like this. Let's just say they're awful people, and I've been trying to find my family ever since.
It pains me to say it. Pains me to hear that, but it is good to see that you are still living. Although many chicks fly the coop, and it's interesting that a mother would try and come back for their chick. Most little mothers leave the chick to their own devices. But hey, you're elves and we're Kenku, so different cultures. I think.
Yeah, different culture. I kind of understood that. through your people. You guys tend to grow up a lot more quicker than others.
We do. We do. But you're her mother. Okay. Then, in that case, let us go to her workshop.
Yeah, I wonder what kind of shenanigans she hooked
And
up
you,
with you guys.
As we're heading over there,
yeah?
I actually ask him. I'm like, or I ask, sorry, Lucy, not him, her, Lucy. If
Oh, no, Lucy's
I
a
guess
guy.
Lucifer, yeah, true.
Lucy's
Okay, yeah.
Lucy's a guy. Yeah, Lucy's a guy.
Sorry, yeah. I ask him if do they have another attack plan if another one shows up, or is it coming soon?
Well, yeah, they're about to head out in about. He looks up. He looks up at the sky for a bit. Once the sun reaches its zenith, that's when they're gonna head out.
Would you like some help capturing one?
Can you do that?
I mean, we killed a sandworm. I'm sure we could help capture a skyship.
This is a thing. I have been hearing these stories.
If you'd
I've
like,
been
we
hearing
have
these
proof.
stories from everyone around here. They say the guests killed a sandworm. You all
you
six
have-
of you.
You have a
I've-
hunting party,
Yep.
right? Like that goes out and hunt food and stuff to bring back.
Yes, but we don't hunt sandworms.
No, I know. I'm asking if because if us as guests have to work at some kind of job today, I would like to go hunting with them. Could we possibly go back to the city to grab our supplies and the cart that we had to bring back here? As
It
part
has
of that.
a full of sandworm teeth.
About 30 teeth.
And it was
Yeah,
not
what-
from a
what the two
sandworm that we
ask,
found dead. It was
Actually,
a sandworm that
I
we
can.
made dead.
I actually have a vial that Atlas got of their acid or their toxin.
Wait.
Pull that out. I kept that on me, so
So, hey,
Oh, wow.
what?
Yeah, we've
Yeah,
got
no.
actual proof.
I show them the vial. You can have it if you want to see it. It's proof.
Honestly, the creature at the dead
I mean,
city
it was definitely
harder to
hard.
fight than the sandworm.
Yeah.
That's wow. Okay. We don't hunt sandworms. We use
Oh.
their parts when we find them on the surface, but we don't
Did you-
hunt them.
Did you recently find one in between Delchata and Chen?
Without any teeth.
Yes.
Or missing like 30? Yeah, that was us. Atlas tried to pull it out of the ground. The rest of
It
us
was-
we could maybe
it was
drag
too
it with,
big.
but
Yeah, no, you can't. They are way too big. We just cut the pieces off
Yeah,
from the
just
top.
got a few meters.
yeah, we just pulled it out a little bit.
Let's just say
There's while it's very difficult to read an owl's face, there is a slight glint that starts to appear in his eye. Oh,
So what else
have
do we
you ever heard of the pale sandworm?
Pale sandworm?
No. Ours was fully
Ah.
red. You're purple. I don't know what
I'm
color
gonna make.
it was.
Can I make
Is
a quick
Atlas's new
nature
stage name gonna
check?
be Ahab?
Yes. So Sykes and Lyra, you can both make nature checks for me here.
Ah, crap. Alright. 18. No, 17.
Still not high enough.
Oh.
Still not high enough.
Wait, could I try to make one since I'm also nature?
Sure, you could.
nature- I don't know much about this region, so I don't know.
You've heard of the giant Alaskan bullworm, but
The
Oh,
DC,
sorry.
The DC, yeah,
No, you're good. Keep going. I'll say
The
it
DC
after you're done.
the DC was 20. So, Farrell, somehow you have heard of this legend. You've heard of this legend of the Pale Sandworm. It is
It's been
this
passed down from nomad tribes.
Yeah, apparently, or it's come through the grapevine, or it's a story that you know through your own tribal teachings of the various giant creatures of the world that grew to form the lands that from which Malintar grew. the material the material side of Malintar grew. One of these is of the Pale Sandworm. The Pale Sandworm is this creature of immense size that churns and moves the earth to keep it healthy, to keep it fresh, and it lives somewhere within the Barandesh desert. It is the Pale Sandworm because the scales of it, when it appears, are this pearlescent white armor. It is said that this creature has lived for thousands of years.
Whoa.
And nobody has ever seen it, or if they have seen it, they have never lived to tell the tale. And somewhere it exists within the desert of Barandesh.
Okay. So the way I'll respond to that then is just like, oh, I've heard of that. It's the physical embodiment of the element of fire that lives in the land of fire, which I guess would be this desert.
What was the name?
You
of
didn't
this
happen
thing?
to speak with the elder, did you?
No, I want to though.
You literally just spoke like he did just then. Sure. Anyways,
What
I
was the
think
name
it
of this
exists.
creature again?
It's just the Pale Sandworm. It is literally called just the Pale Sandworm.
Yep, I've been
think this
keeping a list
creature-
of creature legends.
I think this creature exists. My friends say I'm mad. I'm not mad. I know it exists. I know it exists. Just at night time, just when I'm out, just a little bit away from the camp, just sit there and feel. And I swear the sand moves.
Legends always come from some kind of story, which means there's some truth to it. That's what I believe.
If you're good at tracking,
Mm-hmm.
you're good at hunting.
Mm-hmm.
Are you all good at hunting? And he looks at the six of you.
Yes,
Leary
I love to
goes-
hunt.
Leary goes, I'm just a city guard. I'm not much of a hunter.
Hey,
But we can
fighters
fight.
are always useful in a battle.
I would love to hunt, but I don't want to kill such a...
I actually show them all my. Oh no, they took
Important
all of our
creature.
weapons, didn't they? I forgot. Was that a thing they did?
No, you have your weapons now.
Okay. I show them all the weapons that I have
your
on
weapons
me.
have been given back to you.
Oh, good.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, yeah, I show them all my notes on past legends that I've had of hunting, and I've showed them all told them all the things I've hunted, all the big stuff.
I set up a game of cards while Sykes does this because this might
I
take.
don't take a long time. I just say names. I don't say how I did it.
It doesn't take a long time because he looks down at the pages, he looks up it and goes, "Those are beautiful squiggles. I have no idea what they say."
He doesn't have...
Oh yeah, that's right. Oops. True. Also,
So-
I lied about how many teeth we had. We actually
Yeah,
had 50.
Oh,
It's puh.
I forgot. I looked at my inventory. It says 48 sandworm teeth, 1 sandworm tooth in parentheses great sword, and sandworm tooth in parentheses short sword.
Right, okay. You
Well, we're getting into all kinds of off track.
Yes,
Oh my
indeed,
goodness.
we are. Yes, we are. Let's talk about the Pale Sandworm later. If you believe me. Anyways, look for
I do.
Just call for Lucy. I'll be here.
I'm curious.
Anyways, our Master of Mechanics lead you to my Master of Mechanics. Pale Sandworm, they really. You hear him muttering on it. He said, "They really killed the Sandworm. What? Maybe. I wonder." And he's just muttering away to himself as he leads you through the camp.
Like,
We broke his brain.
Leary kind of whispers to everyone, "We just broke him."
Hell yeah, we just broke him.
did we just
doesn't-
earn a new nickname?
maybe.
Oh yeah,
Um,
Sinead,
Or
while we're
Kenku.
walking towards the mechanic shop, Illyria looks at Sinead and goes, Sinead, I'm not sure if you're a wine enthusiast, but she reaches in her
Lyra drinks wine.
backpack and pulls out only a single bottle of wine. It says, I'm not sure it's still drinkable after 80 years, but this is 80-year-old wine that Owen used to make out his own beverages, essentially.
Ultra vintage.
Have you had that since you got kidnapped?
No,
Was that at your home? Sorry.
yeah, I was in the
Okay.
cellar, remember?
Yeah. Oh, right. Sorry. For some reason, I thought it was on you the whole time, and I'm like, that's like 80-year-old wine. Holy crap!
Well,
no.
it is.
It is 80-year-old wine now. If Illyria had that
older.
when she was captured, it would have been taken from her immediately.
Got it. Dang.
So she hands one of the bottles to Janae and goes, a present for you.
I mean, this probably already was aged wine, so it's probably like 180 years old.
Do you want to let Shania reply?
Oh, sorry.
You get me all the nice things. Thank you. Now, let's focus on the job at hand, yeah?
Yeah, sure.
Do you want companionship while you... I noticed you were gone last night and... Well, you decide.
Explain the illness while my brain's short wiring.
No, I'm just saying that, you know, when you go meet somebody that's important to you, sometimes you want to do it by yourself, and sometimes the whole group is there and they start shouting things about your past at you, and, you know, that's not always it.
Well, maybe, I don't know.
You think on it, okay? I will come if you want me to, but I will keep everybody else away if you want me to as well.
All right. Then we saunter along.
All right. It doesn't take long before you find yourselves in front of an open-sided structure. All of these buildings that you've been passing, they're all variously at levels high or low above the sand, but they're all on these struts that are clearly designed for being able to move off quickly from this area. Something else that perhaps certainly Sykes, this is the hunter in you. You'd pick up on this. You're not really walking over sand per se, as you have been in terms of as you would have been if you'd been out among the dunes.
Yeah.
Take care, Nocturnal. But you are definitely walking over stone of a kind, compact, basically sandstone right now. You are walking over this stone that the well that the spring that around here that you're shown is where they get the water from, arises up out of and is somehow protected. This also gives you a bit of an idea of perhaps that's how this tribe has survived not being eaten by said sandworms. Because you imagine just simply walking around here with this amount of people would attract sandworm.
Hell,
But
the
you all-
vibrations from the drums might actually just pull
Exactly,
around the
yeah.
city in general.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I should have been looking around the city to see how many sandworms are actually circling us.
And with how raucous this was, and apparently very quickly the music and the celebrations happened. It's a surprise that there wasn't any attack of a sandworm during the night. And the fact that you realise that you're now walking over stone or a form of stone or rock indicates to you that maybe that's the reason why.
That's cool.
But you eventually see in front of you this structure, this open-sided structure, where the entire front wall has been removed, except for a couple of supporting struts, and there scattered out and around and on the ground in front are all sorts of different mechanical pieces. You see that almost small square blocky structure that was on the back of the sand sleds that you were on yesterday. You see much more larger, intricate structures. You see what appears to be this almost like bell-like piece of equipment with this long, thin funnel at the top of it. No idea what that's for, but apparently it's used for something. And you also see sort of held by its top a humanoid figure that's just sort of suspended on what appears to be almost like this crane device just outside, and like this cable and wiring all pouring out of it, and it's a whole mess here, and you can hear this sort of gentle clanging and banging from the inside. And as you approach, Lucy or Lucifer yells out, "Hey! What was her name again, that tiefling? Oh, I've forgotten the name. Oh, yes. Kat! Katarina! Are you in there? Come out. And you see emerging, so this, for the rest of you now, you see this very tall, thin, lithe tiefling with horns that extend from her forehead back and over, and appearing just from underneath the hair, underneath that ends just underneath her ears. Yes. Oh, hi, Lucy. And guests, welcome. Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello again.
Oh. Illyria?
Correct.
Right, yeah, you said you'd be here. Hang on a minute. Hey, and she turns around and walks in. Hey, Neffy? Yeah? That, woman's here again, Illyria? The banging and clanging stops. Right, be out in a minute. Kat turns around and said, "Well, you heard that. She'll be out in a minute." Alright, thanks, Kat. It's Lucy. Very shortly afterwards, a slightly shorter elf appears in the doorway. She has grubby overalls. There's soot and grease stains all over an apron that she wears in front of her, and she's got sort of perched on the top of her head these leather-wrapped goggles, and you can see underneath the goggles what would be beautiful fiery red hair, but it's been cut short. And she has these long, beautifully pointy ears and two different eyes, one green, one blue. And she looks out at you all and goes, "Hi, where's the one who says that she's my mother?"
Illyria raises her hand.
Alice, did you just raise your hand?
Yeah. Pointing.
I was like, wait, Alice, no.
She pulls down her goggles over her eyes, just peers through them for a moment at you.
It's been a long time, Neffy.
Nah, you can't be.
It's real.
Mm-hmm.
I changed a lot due to circumstances. I missed your birthdays, everything.
80 years.
80 years of being, well, held hostage. Diochetta was destroyed because reasons that even I'm struggling to think, and yeah.
She crosses her arms in front of her chest. Well, why are you here? If you're really my mother.
To look for you. One thing I can say is, as a mother, I worry. I've been fighting all my life, those past 80-some years, trying to get out of a place that was supposed to be hell. I met these folks, and I've been trying to find you. I'm trying to find Sifro. I'm trying to find my mother. I'm trying to find your brother. Everything. I'm sorry. I just wish things were different. I look like this, and all I can't say is I'm sorry. I'm sorry your home got destroyed. I'm sorry that I couldn't even stop it. I'm sorry.
What was my favorite invention?
You had many favorite inventions, but one stood out. It was a toy. If you remember his name, that little kid, Derek. Sickly child. He made that toy to give him happiness. It was just this little mechanical little bird. It was supposed to be one of them desert dwelling birds, but he loved him.
And she jumps down off the platform, runs towards you, and flings her arms around your neck.
He kind of coughed for a moment. Go, okay.
Oh, sorry. You've been.
Sorry.
Yeah. So.
Sorry. I wish I was there for those 80 years of your life. I missed a lot of things.
Yeah. You missed a lot. But, oh boy. Oh shit. Well, I've got a girlfriend.
Illyria looks at that petite point that's probably somewhere in the back.
Yeah,
Goes,
Cat's just sort of Cat's done the sort of the Homer Simpson thing and just moved back into moved backwards a bit.
You already know I'll approve of her regardless. If someone steals your heart, which is hard to do, if someone steals your heart, I'll allow it. Especially when you have a soft spot for tieflings.
Yeah, well, I do. Hi. Hi, yeah. And she now looks to the rest of your group because you're all there. Hi.
Hello.
Hi. Neffy. Master mechanic.
It's nice to meet you, and I will say your mother is an excellent person.
Right.
I haven't known her for as long as you, but she's been doing her best to make it back here with us.
I haven't really known her for 80 years now, so
80 years, and I'm sorry I look like this. My captors try to make me one of them, but I fall.
yeah.
You know
About
me
that,
by now.
she pulls the goggles back down over her eyes. And just looks at you again through the goggles. No, it's not an illusion. Okay. That's weird. Like she looks past you and just looks she looks past you and looks behind you all. Say, Mum, why is there a globe following you?
A what?
Wait, whoa.
What? What do you want to do?
Nothing.
Well, you're all there, so you all hear this.
Yeah, I turned to look and
Yeah.
see if there's something there.
But nothing there.
Alright,
Leary
not a
looks
ghost.
behind, goes. Looks behind and goes, what glow?
I just say, well, there's no ghost there, so it's not a ghost.
Janai?
What do I know about scrying orbs?
With your history knowledge, yes, you would.
Does this sound like one?
Roll Arcana.
Will do. Seven.
Fortunately, it could be a scrying orb. Could just be could be an illusion that's invisible.
Sister? No, I'm just kidding. I don't know.
Hmm.
Just say, could I assist her since I've worked with the fall court? Maybe
I will say that Tafari would know about it. Tafari will assist you on this one.
Okay.
So, Shania, you can re-roll it. You can re-roll that.
All right.
Get the higher result.
14.
The way it's been described is orb, but when you see and doesn't see anything there, very likely that's Illyria or someone in your group right now is being scryed on.
So, Lyria, do you think it might? Well, actually, no, you haven't said it yet. So,
I don't want to interrupt what is a very tender moment, but I'm just going to put my hand on Illyria's shoulder and make a hushing noise.
Okay. Skeptical, but she turns back to Neffing. Well, I don't know what to say other than I missed you. Neffy. 80 years gone by. I missed your birthdays. I missed everything. I do have to ask, do you know where your sister, grandmother, and brother are? Or any news of them?
No, I don't. When the attack happened, Sis told me to run. I did. Ran out here. know how it didn't get eaten.
Even though you and Cithril had a few arguments and few headbutts, but I do know she loved you.
I know.
I went to one of them churches and looked through the birth certificates and any death certificates. She's still alive.
What? How?
Yeah. I don't know. She must have been lucky. You know, she was a mage and a scholar, much like your dad.
Well, maybe she. I don't know. Maybe she got found or escaped. I don't know.
Escaped. Elaf is still alive. 80 years ago, he was still taking that night exam.
How?
I don't know. And,
Cat-
well, your grandmother is still alive still. And that's no doubt. She was half a continent away.
Cat
Well,
begins to approach and just walks up to Neffy and takes her hand for a moment.
your name is Cat, right?
Yeah, hi. Are you really her mum?
The one and only. I know her many inventions, both that destroyed her room and both groundbreaking.
Yeah, well, she is that. Hi, and she sort of awkwardly holds out her hand towards you. Hi, Katerina Zephane.
She
Most people just call me Kat.
sticks. She sticks her hand out, gives a firm shake, and says, "Well, if you're my daughter's beloved, I will approve of your marriage and whatnot in the future, probably."
Yeah, no, yeah, no. Well, we definitely were considering that, right, babe? Yeah, sure, sure, sweetie.
But she looks at Kat and says, "Thank you for taking care of my daughter. And I mean it wholeheartedly. And I bet she went through tough times losing almost everything."
About that, Neffy, you never told me about your mum. Yeah, well, I thought she was dead.
Well, as everyone said, I don't go down without a fight.
Ain't that the truth? Sorry, Mum.
Well, if a fight did cost me a lot, costs a lot of scars, and that'll die out shadow. I know who the people that attacked us. I was meant to be their slave, someone to shackle. Someone who was a beat can water, believe it or not. Not many fond memories. But I fought. Reason why was for my family. And well, I get to see my daughter. The one who I remember very, very fondly.
Hmm.
And the many nights that she has kept me up.
Yeah, no. Hmm. I'll say
And the
it.
many times.
I'll say it. Now I keep her up. Says Cat towards Neffy.
Well, now.
Hmm. All right, you don't have to say that. Jeez, God, you're embarrassing in front of my
Embarrassing
mum.
her. Yeah.
This sort of wry grin appears across Cat's face. Shut up. Shall I show you what I've been working on?
Sure.
She turns around. She turns around and starts to sort and walks back towards the open workshop that you can see in front of her. You coming, Cat? Yeah, I'll be there in a moment. And Cat turns to you. You better be her mum.
I am one and only her flesh and blood.
Okay.
If I was a liar, Nyan would judge me very harshly. And it's one of the oaths I cannot break.
Okay. I don't care about the gods. Sorry.
It's fine. I mean, it's fine. Nethane had one or two relationships in the past where they weren't particularly fond of gods. So,
Yeah, well,
don't.
I say I don't care about the gods, but I do care about her.
And I care about her too.
She never told me about what happened. She never spoke about what happened. Honestly, I thought you were dead. That's what she said, and then that's all I got from her. I've never seen her this shook. Ever.
I am shocked that I'm able to see my daughter again.
Well,
And one of my worst fears is her rejecting me, but I am more than willing to be fine with that. As long as she is safe and, well, she looks at a cat with a grin and a very fantastic relationship.
yeah, well,
You took care of her when I couldn't. And unfortunately, I wish her father was here, too.
actually, she took care of me, not the other way around.
Really? That's very... I guess she really matured.
Oh, she was here before I was here. She took care of me. I fell in love with her. Somehow she's put up with me.
I honestly thought you have to put up with her eccentric mind.
What I love about her. Yeah. Makes connections that nobody ever comes up with. But you are her mum. Don't die. This'll crush her. That'll crush her.
I won't, or at least I won't try to. I have to find other members of my family. Then I have to make a difficult choice of changing this country, changing this entire thing that this place has become into a better one.
I wish you luck with that.
You tieflings don't deserve the treatment that you are getting. Especially my daughter, well, in a relationship with you.
We're safe here.
And this tiefling here.
And this evening. And she has spotted you, Shania. Oh, we're safe here. Nobody can get us here.
But
None of that bastard lot out there can get us.
all I ask, if I do ended up not being around, I want you to take care of her as long as you live. You have my permission to do what you love about her. Everything. I'm trying my hardest to find her brother and sister and her grandmother and other members of my family.
Thank you for your permission. But to be honest, I wasn't asking for it. I was going to do it anyway. And with that, she turns on her heel and walks back towards the workshop.
Hey, Daphne, you got any more of those goggles?
Hey, what?
Those goggles. You said the orb. You got any more?
No, it's a set by myself.
Oh, can you make more? Or did you buy them?
She comes back to the lights. Well, I can.
Well, she looks at everyone and goes, "If you want to come inside, come inside."
I was already inside.
Sure, okay. So you just followed Neffy in while this conversation.
Well, yeah,
was
because she
She's
told us to come
somebody
in. So
else's home.
she told us to follow her.
And Lyria is going to look at her newest invention and hope that it doesn't explode.
It does not. The invention that you're looking at, it appears to be. It looks very much like the same machines that drove the smaller sand sleds, but this appears to be of a much larger variety. And you know what? Roll an Arcana check for those who want to have a look at this machine.
Sure, I'll look at her.
I'm always interested in magic, but I
mean,
don't
I'm
understand
shy.
it.
Oh, natural one, yeah. This is a completely new invention for Illyria.
Holy crap.
So, Farrell was 17. Not bad, actually. That is not bad.
Actually, I rolled really high when thinking about these
Farrell,
fans last time too. Actually,
Yeah,
I forgot.
you did. It's like
Yeah.
it's almost as though you are literally Inspector Farrell. This machine, it looks like it's designed to drive something. But again, with your not real knowledge of how machines work, this is definitely an engine designed to drive something, except it doesn't look like it blows air the same way the other ones did. This looks like it should go in the ground.
In the ground?
Or at least is attached to something that would then go into the ground. So, what that may be, you're not sure. But this is definitely another engine-like device. It's just that horn that is attached to the ones on the sand sled that you guys arrived in on isn't there. There appears to be this shaft this twisting shaft that extends out below it at an angle.
That's a very interesting thing of technology or invention.
Yeah, you want to see it work?
I would be glad to. I'm always curious about some of the new things that people have come up with.
Before you even finished saying, "Sure, I'd be glad," she's grabbed one of those stones, one of those very small arcane stones that powered the machines of the sand sleds, and has jammed it into the top of this thing. Immediately, there's a as this machine begins to sputter up and begin to make this very horrible whirring noise, and then there's the shaft at the bottom begins to turn and spin and spin and spin and spin and spin. At which point you also notice that there's a blade at the end of that thing, and it begins to spin and spin very fast and very violently, and it's making a hell of a lot of noise. Like, it's loud. And she starts, yeah, no, it's meant to go on the ground, it's meant to power it, and then it suddenly is, oh, shit, and she runs in to dive in and grabs this crystal before, and this spray of metal goes out. She's, ah, shit! Bollocks! Oh, fuck. Bolt! Sorry, Mom.
At least this wasn't in our house back in Diochetta. I would have been upset.
Yeah, well, how's it gone? Shit!
What's it supposed to do?
It's meant to be it's meant to be a more powerful way of driving the sleds. So in the
Yeah.
Yeah. Right at the end, Mark. The end.
Yeah, just roll credits.
Well, it was like 9, but
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
that's our
that's fine.
cliffhanger.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because what did
What
it
does it
do?
do?
We don't know.
We'll find out next.
It better be worth the wait.
damn it!
Oh, okay.
There you are again.
Hey, there you are.
Hey, sorry about that. I do
good.
not know why, but for some reason my internet decided to have a bit of a hiccup, just literally
I-
right at that moment.
There's
Yeah,
Hey.
we're laughing at the timing of that. Like,
It was-
it's like, what does it do? We don't know.
We don't know. Pop is what happens.
Yeah.
So what did you guys hear at that moment?
Oh, I asked what
Oh,
it
that was
did,
it.
and then you crashed.
Yeah.
Right. So, oh God, fuck's sake! Ah, that was annoying. So yes, it's just it's meant to drive one of the it's meant to be a more efficient version of the engines to drive the sleds. Still got a work in progress because some of the bigger sleds don't really drive very fast, as you've noticed. And she just gestures at the building around her. Some of them got buildings on. It's meant to drive that.
guys. The very last bit of stream that went through was Ed just as Illyria's daughter going, ah, shit. That's where it cuts off.
That is perfect timing. Wow.
In character.
Yes, it
Ah,
is.
shit. And then everything. Yeah, that's great. That's
That is
amazing.
perfect timing.
I swear,
Um,
technology knows the most comedic timing to fail.
Oh God, it does. Yes, I believe
Comedic
we are.
and or frustrating.
I believe we are back though, so that's good.
Yeah,
Yep,
yeah,
we
yeah,
are.
we're on. Yeah.
Yes. So, oh, I just seen all the chat now. I'm
What?
just trying to get to a good. I'm also trying to get to a good point to start.
Yeah.
To end up.
Mhm. To
So,
actually end.
Yeah, that makes sense.
and there is a there is a lot. There are a lot of veggies here. There's all sorts of bits and pieces scattered all around the place. There are contraptions and machines. There's what looks to be a half a torso made out of metal. Kind of weird. All over the place here. But Sykes, she turns back to you and says, "Well, those goggles, I can kind of make them, but it'll take a while. It took me a while to make these ones."
How long do you think?
Well, these ones
It
took-
sounds like we're gonna
well-
be here for a little while, but
Well, these ones took me. Well, let me have a think about it, because it was kind of a side project and it turned out alright. So, I think, well, these ones took me a month to make. But that's because I was kind of working on them off and on and experimenting and playing with stuff. But I think I know how to make them properly. So maybe 3 days? If you can bring me the stuff to help with it.
yeah,
Because I
That'd be
kind of
good.
had to get all the bits and pieces to make them.
yeah. As long as we're okay to stay here for 3 days. I mean, we did want to go to a city above Maharashtra. But
Why do you want to go that shell?
it's one of our
Long
one of
story.
our companions. Yeah, it's Tafari's
Plan.
home. This guy's home.
Tiresome story.
Yeah.
Okay, well I have a long story myself, so whatever. And you guys are all having this. You guys are having this conversation. And Illyria, you're just sort of you're there, and there's that nice, warm feeling of she's fine, she's happy, she's doing her thing. Apparently, she's made a living out of it. And then
Lyria is like looking around at these finished / unfinished projects
Yeah, it's nice. It's a nice thing. It's nice, that comfortable, nice feeling. And then there's this moment where you kind of tune out, and a voice comes into your head. Illyria. This is Manus Patel.
Oh.
Illyria
Fucking
goes,
You did not make the trip I required of you.
it took longer than expected.
Okay. Be that as it may, you are now in a place somewhere in the desert. I can find that place. Since you have not made the rendezvous, I require you to head north to the mountains. Do so under extreme speed. Otherwise, that village will become your responsibility. And that is where we're going to end the session tonight.
Oh. Dang.
I love cliffhangers.
I don't like this guy.
Good.
Oh, really? You know, the guy
Good.
that we've had in our backstory is a bad guy for a very long time now. That one, you don't like him? Very weird.
And
Yeah.
Illyria, in her days of confusion, kind of.
Oh no,
Good
we're not.
direction
You're
works.
responding later. You're responding later to that one because we're ending.
Yeah.
Oh! I'm not speaking in character or anything. It's just Illyria's, amnesia to try to find everything kind of wrench and works. So, but it was for in character. So.
I love playing bad guys. It's so much fun. I love being evil. It's hilarious.
I keep forgetting about him, and then whenever I get reminded of him, I'm like, oh yeah, this Jack.
Yeah, that jackass. He is definitely a jackass. He is absolutely a jackass. Any memorable moments for you guys as I steal from Michael Kesevin's book again? Any particular memorable moments that occurred to you?
I really loved the party. That was fun.
Look at the party, yeah.
It was a good unwind.
Yeah, Sex on the Moon was pretty good.
Fly to the moon.
I like this orb following us now.
No.
Yeah?
I thought it was
Yeah, you
the
found
It's now named the Manus Patel orb.
yeah. I thought it was the freaking hive mind, or not the hive mind. The
I was trying to think of who it would be.
what do you call them?
Only a couple.
I thought it was the freaking
Mind Flayers.
empire. That's
Yeah,
the mind flayer
cool.
empire that was spying on. So at least it was just this asshole instead.
No,
It
no.
could have been, but with the orb and then
It's
his
the
voice.
Torb.
Yeah.
The
We're gonna
Patel.
have to kill this guy.
Good.
I'm
I
afraid
want
to
you
say,
to.
we're gonna have to
Tafari
take
Yeah, I've
this
been
guy
wanting
down
to
all
one
in
for a
for it.
while.
It's like
We keep
that
finding
meme,
ourselves
like
from a
the
different continent.
I'm sorry, Tafari. We're gonna have to kill this guy.
Well, Tafari wants it.
I know, I know,
Tafari's like,
that's-
yeah, sure.
I mean,
Okay, let's try and plan that.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Mhm.
as usual, at the end of the streams, I had fun. I had lots of fun today. I'm really happy
That
with
was
this
good.
game. That was a good game.
I just never want to stop is the problem.
I know. I would love to also continue streaming, continue playing with you guys forever, but time and life and things like that. So yeah,
time.
that is going to be us for the stream today. But we are gonna go and raid somebody because that's what we do. We raid people and spread the loves and likes that we do here. Who are we going to raid?
Raids and tea.
Today.
Raisin tea.
That's exactly what we do. Yeah, and my tea is up, so I'm going to have to raid somebody for tea. That's what I have to. That's what they are. The raids are tea raids. The raids are tea raids.
T-Rex.
That's what
It's
they
like
are.
what the US did all those years back.
Oh no,
The
no,
tea
no!
party.
They didn't. No, they didn't raid them.
Very
They threw the tea
small,
back, and then
silky
look,
arms.
look what happened to the US.
Yeah, tea.
Oh my god! I don't believe I just did that. Sorry.
I don't
No,
care.
the
Sorry.
U.S. is I make fun of it more than any.
Who are we going to raid today? Who haven't we raided before? Who is playing? Who is doing Dungeons and Dragons? Another World Tabletop. Sure, we'll go and raid them. I have no idea what they are playing right now, but they are playing Dungeons and Dragons, so we're going to go and raid them.
Sure.
I will be back tomorrow. What's tomorrow? Friday. Yes.
Yes, it is.
I will be. It is indeed tomorrow, Friday. I'll be back tomorrow. I didn't put the schedule up on the Discord. Whoops.
No.
Oops.
But the schedule is tomorrow. I'll be back playing with some Kingdom Deliverance. Saturday, I'm actually going to do the same schedule that I did last week. Saturday is going to be campaign prep. So if you are
nice.
interested, to find out how I prep for campaigns or even come up with campaigns, it'll be campaign prep in terms of actually just a completely new campaign idea, completely new system. Dark Heresy, I think it was my plan last week, so we're going to be doing that. So if you are interested in finding out how I do that, join me for that, because I will be happy to talk about that and have some fun, and maybe even get some hints and tips and ideas from you guys as well, because who knows, that might be a campaign we'll end up playing sometime in the future. Knowing me, that probably will happen. And then on Sunday, I'll be back with some Fortune's Whimsy, who have all finally arrived in Jude's town. It took them a while to get there after some shenanigans with a cockatrice and petrification.
No.
But they're fine.
Everyone's
Yeah.
defrosted now. It's all good.
Did they find the farm? No, I'm just kidding.
They have not found the farm because they're nowhere near where you live. But yes, they are. I will be back on Sunday with the Fortune's Whimsy and figuring out what on earth they're going to be doing. I have stuff planned, but who knows if they're going to be doing what I planned, because that's what players do. Anyways, guys, take care of yourselves, love each other, give yourselves big hugs, give your loved ones big hugs. Try and stay well if you're unwell. Take care of yourself, genuinely. Take care of yourselves, and we will see you sometime in another stream. Bye.
Right.
Bye.